Roberto, wow, what a result.
Yes, what a result and what a performance in terms of being able to cope with the Chelsea side, with that quality, with that solid outlook that they have. To score that goal and being able to keep a clean sheet was really important. But then on top of that, I thought the chemistry between the team and the crowd was essential today. It's a typical old-fashioned football game, and I couldn't be prouder of the performance. Remember that we're still adjusting and we're still getting better in certain things that we want to do, but when you get the players taking that responsibility, being so intense in their defensive duties, being able to cope with different adjustments that Chelsea did, to have that flexibility tactically, it was an impressive way to play against this talented Chelsea side.
Have you had a sense that whilst Everton fans understand that you're changing the way the team played, that there was a worry that some of what had made Everton so effective over previous years might be lacking in the team? But today I think you've answered that.
Well, obviously, today's performance, I wouldn't say that it was perfect from any shape or form from a technical point of view. I thought there are other things that we need to get better. But in terms of showing those attributes that you need to be a winning team, they were there at show. I think you look through the DNA of Everton, and the performance was full of that. The responsibility, the character, the desire, the work ethic, all the aspects that we need to have a winning side were there. And that what probably gives you extremely huge pride for the fans and obviously for the staff. Then on top of that, you see how we cope with the changes that Chelsea made, and we were composing of and always carried the threat with everything that we did defensively. We always had a real threat in the other, and I think it shows you a lot of this group of players and deserve huge credit, and obviously the fans do too, because the environment was quite exceptional.
And when you put a player like Gareth Barry into a match like that, you know that you're introducing someone of huge experience, someone who's going to keep their head, who's going to be calm, and instill that in the people around him.
Well, it's one of those players that you want him just to affect the youngsters. Is a perfect example. First, the way he behaves in a day-to-day work, then what he brings into a performance is very clever with that positioning. I think he's quite unique in his role in the British market. You always get that role played really well by foreign players, that they had a different education, but Gareth Barry is quite unique in the way that he plays his football, and he's going to be a perfect influence for Ross Barkley, for James McCarthy, for players around him with real young appetite to learn the game. But I thought, you see Gareth, that he hasn't played any competitive football this season, the way he adapted to the needs of the game, it was an impressive masterclass of that position.
And just a word about Jellovic as well, because everybody knows perhaps he's not scored as many goals this year, this calendar year, as he would like. But what a contribution to the goal today, because that was a very difficult cross to get a head on, and he just put it on a plate for Steven Naismith.
It was. I thought throughout the game it worked tirelessly. The contribution to the team was magnificent. Sometimes, as a goal scorer, you get unfairly treated, because obviously if you don't score goals, you're going to be the one to blame. Clearly, Nicky has been working extremely hard and bringing something different to the team. And today, that header, as you mentioned, in the technicality of getting that ball back into play, not just getting it back, but getting it back as an assist. It was a very difficult skill, and I'm extremely happy of his contribution, not just today, with every game that we've been playing.